hijo no es un indocumentado, mi hijo es otro latino más que está sufriendo en carne propia lo que miles de latinos hoy están sufriendo en Estados Unidos.
Latinos for Trump just don't get it. They don't want you either. Just for context, this is Angela Vergara, a Colombian congresswoman who is also an avid Trump supporter whose son was recently detained by ICE and has been chained up for 20 days apparently. We've tried telling these people countless times. And the thing about Latinos for Trump is that they genuinely believe that they are exempt from all of this. They openly support ICE, they openly support what's going on until it happens to them. And seeing videos like these where Latinos for Trump FAFO genuinely make my day. I have zero sympathy for these people, and I genuinely hope that this happens to every Latino for Trump. Unfortunately, it is their innocent family members who will be paying the price, but oh well, you get what you vote for. Y como decimos en México, para ser pen, no se estudia. But anyways, play silly games, get silly prizes. Let me know what you guys think.
Yeah, definitely a harsh lesson in reality when, you know, the same hardline system that you've been cheering on for a while now ends up sweeping up your own kid at that rate. You know, it just really shows that the policies don't really care about your political track record or who you're rooting for, essentially, when it comes down to it. So I hope that they don't experience that, like he was saying, but, you know, whatever it takes.
I have another sad story, ladies and gentlemen. 2 Trump supporters separated because of ICE.
Please get her home. Please, she does not deserve this. She's the sweetest person, and she prayed for you. It's been 8 months. I didn't know a man could cry this much. I did not think that this would happen.
Wayne DeMario has been working overtime at a Southwest Miami-Dade guitar shop, trying to distract himself from his pain and regret.
I hate to see her going through this. She's my best friend.
His life partner of nearly 20 years, Yamile Alcantu, originally from Cuba, ICE detained her back in June.
8 months that she's been taken. I call it kidnapped because it basically is.
He says it happened during what they thought was just another immigration check-in.
They grabbed her, put her in shackles and chains.
She'd been checking in annually, as so many do, hoping to fix her status. She lost her legal residency and got a deportation order back in 2008 after a traffic stop.
They go through her purse, and then they dump the purse out, and 3 Xanax pills fall out.
But in those years, he says, they didn't think much of it.
Cuban's not going to get deported, so don't worry about it.
Today, DHS has her listed among the worst of the worst, a criminal arrested for dangerous drugs in possession. Wayne feels it's a slap in the face.
I didn't vote for this, but I definitely voted Republican.
He says both were staunch supporters of President Trump.
When you said I didn't vote for this, what did you think you had voted for?
I really thought this was just going to be something organized, but it's obviously not. They just blanket everybody.
Alcantu calling from her detention facility in Louisiana. She says in her 8 months detained, she has not seen an immigration judge.
This is what you voted for, Wayne.
There are going to be people out there who hear your story, hear other stories like this, and say, well, you voted for this.
Yeah, I've heard that from people.
What do you
and
tell
they said,
those people?
I'm sorry. I didn't know that this was going to happen. This is about human beings. It's not about left or right. It's about right and wrong.
And it really bothers me that now that it's happening to you, all of a sudden, you have some sort of compassion now and you really understand. Now, under normal conditions, I'd be very understanding and compassionate. But like I said, the most dangerous thing in this country is an uninformed, uneducated, self-hating Trump supporter. Because you go into the voting booth and literally nuke yourselves. And then you want us to help bail you out of this national crisis we're in. You and her need to go.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Again, you've seen it a lot before where people just didn't read between the lines or just really read it all, it seems. You know, it really is a proper reminder that for people like that, when you vote for essentially, you know, a dragnet, I mean, you really don't get to choose who stays out of it, right? So even if you've been a loyal supporter for years, you're not off the chopping block.
After voting for him 3 times and attending one of his rallies, this couple is claiming that Donald Trump has ruined their life. So essentially what had happened is this couple is from New Jersey. They were planning on going on a vacation in Florida. They get to the airport. They spent thousands of dollars on like the Airbnb, the activities, the plane tickets, transportation, all this stuff. Just for right before they were about to get on plane, 3 men came up and nabbed her husband and said, "Hey, you're coming with us," and threw him in an unmarked vehicle. She was left in the airport, stranded, crying her eyes out because she just could not understand what had just happened. They said, "Sorry, we're unclear if your husband's status to be here is legal," and took off with him. And he has spent, this happened back in August, he has spent almost that whole, like months in this facility. Mind you, let's give you some background. This woman is a legal citizen, again, who voted for Trump 3 times, but her husband is a migrant. This is the thing with the Trump administration that doesn't make sense, and what we try to warn you guys about is he's been showing up to his court dates. He has 0 criminal records. He's been here for the past 40 years. He works in this country. He pays taxes in this country. There's no reason for him to have been nabbed, but this is what the Trump administration has been doing. This is not a unique case. So he sat in this ICE detention facility being mistreated for quite some time until they garnered up the money to drop $15,000 on his bail. Now, after he was bailed out, they told him, "Okay, well, you can stay at home with an ankle monitor around your ankle, but you cannot work." And they've gone on to spend over $50,000 on his legal fees. Still no solution to be had. This woman literally came out and said, "I cannot believe we were MAGA." She says she thought they were only going to go after the criminals. It's like they never give a damn until it happens to them. Sorry to break it to you, lady, but this has been happening to many people just like your husband. In the same situation as your husband, Donald Trump has been nabbing people outside of their literal, outside the little courtrooms. These people are going to do their court dates, going to these immigration offices to do everything that they're supposed to do, and he is still grabbing them and deporting them. And again, you don't care until it affects you. The funniest thing about all of this is, mind you, they chose to vote for Donald Trump because they hate the socialist. Well, now she started a GoFundMe asking for free money to help her out of the situation that she created. My name is Mercedes Heather. Give me a follow or you won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
Really heartbreaking example of how, those kind of enforcement policies, they don't really care about who they tear apart until it really is your own spouse being taken away in an unmarked car. But this is one of those situations, right? You vote for these things and you think they're not going to get you, but then it bites you right in your butt.
How the hell are you going to have Star Wars all over and then re-elect Trump? What the fuck? Did you miss the plot?
And y'all thought it was crazy when I told y'all that people will watch these shows about liberation and fighting against this tyrannical government, and they will genuinely be MAGA. There's somebody out there right now whose favorite superhero is Batman, and they will tell you to vote for Trump. I cannot make this up. Somebody's favorite anime out there is Naruto and One Piece. Their favorite anime character is Luffy or Naruto, and they will look you dead in the eyes and tell you they voted for Trump 3 times. Somebody's favorite movie series are the Hunger Games. Their favorite video games are The Legend of Zelda. Like all these media that tells you to fight against tyranny, and they still will be MAGA. And this isn't the first time that stuff like this happened. Y'all remember The Punisher? The literal creator had to change the logo because police officers kept using it. People would literally watch all of Attack on Titan, sit there and think to themselves like, dang, this is my favorite anime, and they still don't understand fighting back against tyranny, accepting all people, heck, fighting back against the people that's literally hunting you. And before y'all come to me asking me if I watched all these shows, there's no way you watched all these shows. Like this literal Wookiees, the story of the Wookiees, there's no way you watched this and understood what actually happened. You cannot make this up. There's literally people out there like this. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
I haven't really thought about it that way, but that's some pretty solid points. It's like super ironic watching people root for the a cinematic underdog fighting a surveillance state or a supreme leader, if you will, on screen, while simultaneously cheering for a political movement that pretty much mirrors those exact power structures in the real world, though. So isn't that an interesting one? Tell me what your take on that is in the comments below. But anyways, that's it for the video. If you haven't already, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Catch you in the next one.